Hello, I'm Matthew Bacalier, and welcome to Education Today.
And I'm Sarah Heffel. In today's show, we will be discussing the success of varsity sports at Katanning and how it has affected our community and the students within our area.
We will be speaking to coaches and players in such sports as football, hockey, volleyball, girls basketball, and golf.
Our first guest today will be two senior football players, Tyler Grants and Zachary Files. Hello, boys.
Hi.
Hi. Now tell me, how did it feel to beat Ford City after so long?
It was amazing. It was the most memorable game that I think I've ever partaked in.
I don't know, just like when we were in overtime and just thinking if we just score this extra like this, if we just get this, then it's going to make history, and it just felt so good after we won.
So what would you say the key to a successful season was this year?
Just hard work and practice and all the hours we put in and in the summer and stuff, just getting ready for the season.
Yeah, we had a lot of good off-season workouts and team bonding.
Zach, what did you see in the team this season that you didn't see in previous seasons?
I think we had more of like a family connection between the players, that we were all like friends compared to the year before. It was the seniors and the juniors. It was like.
Tyler, did anything change this season to attribute to your success?
I don't know. The only thing that I could really tell was like if we would get down by a couple touchdowns, we wouldn't let it get to us, and we'd just keep our heads up and keep playing tough.
So, Zach and Tyler, how long have you guys been playing football, and what are your favorite memories from this season or seasons past?
I've played since 3rd grade, and my favorite memory would have to be the Valley game in 9th grade or this year's Ford City game.
I've been playing since 3rd grade, and it's definitely the Ford City game this year.
So are either of you planning on extending your football careers and possibly playing at the college level?
I intend on going to Allegheny next year and playing offensive line.
I've had offers from Teal and Washington and Jefferson, but it's just not worth on like the hurt on my knees and stuff anymore, so I just turned them down.
What advice would you give to the seniors next year?
Work hard in the off season and get ready for AAA.
Were you satisfied beating Ford City but losing the playoffs?
I don't think you're ever satisfied losing, but I mean, beating Ford City was great. So
it was probably just after all the emotion that we had after beating Ford City, I don't think that it really even. I mean, it mattered, but just after that great win, it was just it felt like a success. That's what we look forward to all year.
Well, thank you both of you for your time, and congratulations on such a successful season.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll see you back after the break. Welcome back to Education Today. I'm your host, Sarah Heffel, alongside with Matthew Bacalier. Now on to one of my favorite varsity sports, hockey. Here are two senior players, John Lambert and Andy Contrail. The team had a very successful season this year, making it to the semifinals and playing in the Mellon Arena. Welcome to Education Today, boys.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you, Matthew and Sarah.
So, John, what was it like playing at the Mellon Arena?
It was pretty awesome being able to play where a pro team plays, every day. It was, what do you think? I don't know. It was
Definitely experience. It was neat. We actually shared a visiting locker room, or had a visiting locker room, so we got to dress in the visiting locker room.
That's impressive.
The capacity that place holds was really neat, just seeing all the seats like up in, the stands and everything. It was just really neat to, be a part of that and everything. So.
Were you anxious or nervous at all?
Oh yeah, the semi-final game, if you won that game, you go to the championship, and everybody wants to go to that championship, and
Definitely nervous. It was nice being there a little early. You got to sit down in the seats, and the stadium was completely empty, and you just got to think about the game.
Wow, that sounds like a very nice experience. Andy, did you have a similar experience to John, would you say?
Oh, definitely. Being defensive partners and both assistant captains on the team, we definitely shared a lot of the same thoughts and a lot of the same feelings during that game.
Yeah, there was a lot of emotion in the locker room after the game and during the game, really.
Yeah.
In between periods. So.
If you guys could change one thing about this season, what would it be?
Definitely the loss at Mellon Arena.
Yeah, if we won that game, we would go back for another game. at the same Mellon Arena, the championship. If we won that game, we'd go back to the Mellon Arena for the state championship. So it would have been, a really good experience our senior year to pull one of that out, but we just didn't get that chance.
It would be definitely nice to have been wearing a state championship ring right now.
Yes, definitely.
So who would you say was your toughest opponent and why?
I would say, Mars probably.
Mars, yeah. Well, we lost to Mars 6-2. That was probably our biggest
Deficit, yeah.
Yeah, biggest loss we had. They whooped up on us pretty bad. What would you say?
Yeah, and it was definitely a psychological thing. Like, it was Mars all the way. We overlooked Sarah Catholic in the semifinals and got upset. But I don't know. We had about, say what, like 32 shots on net. They had about, 17 at the end. Yeah.
We definitely outplayed them, but we just,
couldn't bear it.
Yeah, their goaltending was good, and we just couldn't pull it out.
Why do you think the team had so much success this year? Was something changed from previous years?
Well, we, as everyone knows, we went down from double A to single A, and I think that was a big part of it, obviously, because we ended up beating teams by a huge deficit, like 13-1 in some games.
Yeah. And another part was that we were a much older team this year. Like, almost everybody on the team could drive. And in recent years, it hasn't been that way. A lot of times there'd be sophomores and freshmen playing with us. And another thing was the team bonding. We had a lot of team bonding moments before, like, every game we'd go to somebody's house and eat dinner.
A lot of off-ice activities.
Yeah, we'd go play street hockey, basketball, something as a team. We'd just always be hanging out with each other.
Now, speaking of being a team, what's it like as your roles as captains to fill out or help the team in their success?
Basically, if someone has a problem or someone's just attitude at practice, you got to kind of go talk to them, give them some motivation, inspiration to try and get back to where they were and get their head straight.
In the locker room or on the ice, you gotta always lead by example, or when we're playing bad, just tell the guys, we need to pick it up now, and not be a little harsh on it sometimes, so.
So what do you think was one of the most exciting plays that you had this season?
Exciting plays? Ooh. I don't know.
We ran a left wing lock at the end, which was pretty much.
Yeah, we ran a forecheck that we
very
picked up.
Aggressive forecheck.
Yeah, and that a lot of teams had trouble with. We we got a lot of goals off of that forecheck, and I think it helped us make it as far as we actually did in the playoffs. So.
How was your fan support this year?
Oh, that was amazing. That was probably the best thing all season. All the fans that came at the Belmont. We gave out shirts. What was that, the quarterfinal playoff game?
Yeah, for a whiteout. And all the support, there was all donated shirts that we gave out, and Katanning really does have the best fans.
Yeah, even me and Andy went and played Team Pittsburgh, and they said there that a lot of our all of our opponents that we played with on that team said that our fan base was the best they've ever played. It was really fun.
They love coming to the Belmont because they know it's going to be packed with people.
Yeah.
So what would you say was one of your most memorable locker room moments?
Jeez.
I don't know if I can say that right
I don't
now.
know if we should talk about the locker room moments. Those are.
Happens in the locker room.
Yeah, what happens in the locker room stays in the
Yeah.
locker room. Exactly. Those are pretty interesting moments. So I don't know if that's something we should
Appropriate
say.
right now.
Yeah.
Now, are either one of you going to extend your careers into college or intramurals?
Yeah, I'm probably going to Pitt Johnstown, probably playing there, and then Andy, where you going to IUP?
Yeah, I'm going to attend IUP and play for them probably. But you got asked by a few junior teams down at Team Pittsburgh,
Yeah,
the America Showcase.
A few junior teams asked me and Jurgen Koster, and if we ever want to go play juniors, they're going to give us a shot down there. But I don't know. We're both probably, talked about it and probably looking at college right now. So.
We'd like to thank you both and for your time, and congratulations on a great season.
Thank you, Matt and Sarah.
Well, thank you both.
Thanks.
Up next, we have volleyball, right after the break. Welcome back to Education Today. I'm your host, Matthew Bacalier. alongside the lovely Sarah Hepful. Next up in varsity sports is volleyball.
Today, we have Britta Emberg and Lacey Hull, two standout players from this year's volleyball team.
Girls, what do you feel was the key success to this year's season?
I'm going to say probably our new coaches and just our good morale that we started this year. We really came together as a team more, which really helped.
Yeah, we worked really hard. We worked really hard in practice. We all bonded together very well and worked as a team.
So what did the team lack in the beginning of the year but improve upon towards the end of the season?
Beginning of the year, we really didn't take it serious. Like, we were like, oh, new coach, we can just do whatever we want. But we learned really quickly that she's not going to put up with that. So then she got us more into like a structured, and that structure really helped us.
We also lacked defensive skills a lot. We really worked on those in practice. We worked on passing and blocking, and that really helped us.
Lacey, what was it like making the transition from Elderton to Katanning?
It was different at first. It was a lot different with a different coach, different things, but I really liked it. I liked my season this year at Katanning. I got along with all the girls, and we really came together. They've welcomed me very much, and we're pretty much a team, and I had a lot of fun.
What changes, Britta, did you see from last season to this season?
Definitely the morale of the team. I mean, last season we won one game, and every game we'd start getting down, and then it'd be like, okay, here comes another loss. Like, it's repeat over and over again. Then this year we get up by like 10, and it's like we're really gonna do something. We're really gonna turn this around, and it's definitely the morale.
Now, you kind of touched on this before, but how did you respond to the new style of coaching that you've seen from Coach Grafton?
She's a hard coach. She really makes you work hard and can't goof off or anything. Britta liked to goof off a lot. She had to run a lot for that.
Every day.
Is there any sort of pre-game ritual you guys go through?
Before like every game, whenever the 6 starters would go out on the court, we'd all get in like a little group and huddle real close together and play this clapping game. Kind of got us psyched up for the game.
So what kind of mentality did your team have going into the playoffs?
We were super excited because like unlike Elderton and Lacey's team, we had never made playoffs before. We've never won more than 2 games. So it was just like, it's not sort of like a disbelief at first, like, are we really like happening? Is this happening containing volleyball? We're just super excited.
Now, I've heard some horror stories about some of the more rigorous practices. Can either one of you enlighten us on that?
They were pretty tough. In the summer, we practiced for 4.5 to 5 hours a day, and she didn't really give us any breaks. We ran a lot. We ran a lot of Sweet 16s, especially if we were talking. And we just did a lot of different drills and stuff to try to get us ready for the season.
Yeah, our team we made our own little list of rules: no laughing, no talking, no smiling, no breathing at sometimes, or we'd run. But it really benefited for us.
Do you think the fan base affected your performance this year?
Yeah, I do. The fans were really great. They did a lot of chants and sometimes even got kicked out of the games. But it was fun playing for them and winning for them. A lot of the parents weren't used to the volleyball team winning, so they were pretty excited about it.
Thank you both very much for your time, and congratulations on such a successful season.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Don't touch that remote. After the break, we'll be meeting with the one and only Todd the Iceman Harvey.
Oh, hello. Didn't see you there.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Matthew Bachlier, alongside the lovely and talented Sarah Heffel.
Wait a second. I'm Matt Bachalier.
I'm Sarah Heffel. We're here today with the legend in varsity sports at Katanning High School, Todd the Iceman Harvey.
Todd, can you summarize this year's success in varsity sports at Katanning?
Well, as I've heard Mr. Rummel say many times, and I'd have to agree with him, this has been one of our best years ever. We've had a lot of success in both boys and girls sports. It's just been a lot of fun. You know, it's been a great year.
So how would you compare this year's success with last year's?
Well, like I said, it's definitely been an improvement. You know, we just had the volleyball team was on here, and just the improvement they had from last year. This year is just phenomenal. You know, several teams have made the playoffs this year. The hockey team had a great year. The football team, I know I'm leaving them out. Wrestling had a nice year this year. They made the playoffs. Girls basketball. It's been a great year. I'm probably forgetting someone. I'm going to get in trouble later, but you know, it's been a lot of fun.
What do you enjoy most about being the athletic trainer at Katanning High School?
Well, the athletic trainer, I get to interact a lot with the students, and that's always enjoyable. I think helping see the athletes get better too. They come to me, they're hurting, you know, but with a little bit of time and ice, as you mentioned earlier, is a treatment for almost everything. You know, you see them get better, and that's a lot of, you know, makes you feel good.
Now, out of all the sports that did good, which one do you think has improved the most this year?
Well, like I said before, I'll probably get in trouble because you hate to single out a single sport, but volleyball has to jump to mind. I mean, they had to go from winning one section game last year to winning, you know, I think they were 10-2 in the section, went to the playoffs, won a playoff match this year for the first time, I think, in school history to win a playoff match. It just was a phenomenal improvement, and I give a lot of credit to the girls on the team for working hard, and obviously to Coach Grafton and her staff. You know, they really, first-year coach did a nice job coming in and turning it around.
Do you think the accomplishments of this year are going to carry over to next year?
I think it certainly will. There's a lot of momentum when your teams start doing well. The underclassmen start to take pride in the program too, and they want to carry on what the seniors did and left behind. So I can certainly see that carrying over into future years.
Katanning is filled with some colorful characters. How do you keep the balance between serious competition and fun?
Well, I'd have to say, you know, just trying to keep a balance in your own life. I mean, you know, you have to roll with it. Every day brings different challenges, and you know, some days are better than others, but you just gotta keep everything in perspective. I mean, the next day the sun will come up, and you know, it's a lot of fun. I mean, like I said, I get to talk with the different athletes and find out what their mindset is, and you know, each day is a new challenge.
Now, Todd, can you explain to us how you developed this infamous Iceman?
Well, I don't even know who started it. It's just been in the last year or two here, but it's probably, like I said, because of my, you know, I wear two hats at Katanning High School. I'm the athletic director, but I'm also the athletic trainer, so I deal with injuries, and like I said, for most injuries, the first thing you do is put ice on it. So somebody started calling me the Iceman, and you know, I hear it from time to time, and you know, it's fun. It's all fun.
Mr. Harvey, thank you for your time and your great work on keeping our team successful.
After the break, we'll meet with Ann Colligan, one of the best golfers ever to grace the halls of Katanning High School. Oh, hello.
Hey.
Welcome back to Education Today. We're here with two of Katanning's finest basketball players, Britta Emberg and Kia Perala.
Kia, what attributed to your team's success this year?
I definitely think it was our family aspect. We spent a lot of time together, and at practices, we definitely act as one.
Mm-hmm. As a senior, what are you guys going to miss most about basketball?
Definitely the team chemistry we had. I mean, like, we'd go into the games and just, like, the chemistry was so good. Like, we knew our team was going to be there for us, and it's we miss playing with people like that.
Yeah, definitely locker room moments and practices and all the fun we had. We were definitely a family.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any unusual stories or funny anecdotes you can recall from the season?
Definitely our pregame singing. I would sing. I'll be huddled around in the locker room, and I'd sing "Ain't No Mountain High Enough," and we'd all dance, and it kind of got us psyched up. We did it every game.
We usually pushed Britta into a wall,
Yeah.
actually.
Eventually, I would get.
Or she'd be on the ground, step on her.
Mm-hmm. But it was in all fun.
Are either one of you going to continue your careers in basketball?
I'm probably going to Robert Morris to play.
I'm not.
Have you ever considered coaching a team yourselves?
Yes. I want to go into teaching, and along with that, I want to coach some age. I don't care what it is, but I really want to continue with basketball throughout my life.
Coaching is definitely good for you. It's fun. We both actually helped Kodak with the 7th and 8th grade teams, and it was a fun experience, and I think it's something that I would enjoy doing in the future.
How do you think next year's team will fare without you spectacular seniors?
Well,
I think they'll do good. We taught them well.
taught them everything they know, actually. They'll be fine. Leah, Sarah, and Brittany can definitely carry the team. They were a big part of this year, and they'll definitely fill our shoes next year. They're very dedicated to winning and having a successful season.
What kind of training is entailed when practicing?
First 2 weeks is very intense conditioning. Our coach gets a whole bunch of tapes and goes to all these different coaching clinics to find out new conditioning techniques for us to do, and gets all new equipment, and it's really, really tough. It's no fun.
Sometimes you wish you were passed out so you didn't have to do anything.
Yeah, but it definitely gets us in great shape for the season.
Well, thank you, both of you, for coming here today, and once again, congratulations on such a successful season.
Yes.
Thank you.
Stay with us during the break for Education Today.
Welcome back to Education Today. We're here with the one and only goddess of golf, legend of Katanning, powerhouse of Western Pennsylvania, Ann Colligan. Thank you for joining us, Ann.
Hi, Ann.
Thanks for having me.
How has golf impacted your high school career?
Well, my dad got me started with golf whenever I was probably about 8 years old, and whenever I got started with it, I didn't really like it that much. And I honestly, my dad had to force me to go out on the golf course. And looking back on it now, I'm basically thanking him because it's changed my high school career a little bit, and it's also helped me. I set a goal that I wanted to get a college scholarship, so I did that, and it's definitely affected my future.
What do you enjoy most about golf, Ann?
Probably that I'm the only one responsible for the game. I can't blame my teammates, I can't blame anything about the sport on anyone else except for me.
Who is your favorite professional golfer?
Oh goodness. I don't really have a favorite. I mean, I did like Tiger Woods, but now not so much.
What was your favorite moment during your 4 years of golfing at Katanning?
Well, my favorite moment, it was probably in the summer. It was after my junior year, right before my senior year. I was just practicing, and I ended up getting a hole-in-one on one of the holes at Katanning. So that was probably my favorite moment.
Who do you usually golf with?
Usually, I like to golf by myself. It's actually kind of an escape for me. If I'm at home, I'll kind of be like, all right, I'm going to go to the golf course now, and it's just kind of a little way to get away from everyone else.
What's your training regimen you go through?
A lot of people find this funny, but whenever I golf, I don't keep score. Everyone's always like, oh, so what'd you shoot today? And I'm like, oh, I was just kind of practicing. I don't really keep score. I kind of, I start and I work my way in. I don't really keep score. I just hit multiple shots.
Do you have a caddy, and if so, what is his or her name?
No, I don't have a caddy. I have to carry my own bag out there.
Ann, what's the pressure like being in a state championship situation?
Honestly, I try not to think about it whenever I was out there. Usually, regardless of the golf match, whether it's at the state level or even just a high school match, I'm always nervous on the very first hole, the first one or two holes. And then I kind of settle down. I'm kind of relaxed out there. It's a little bit nerve-wracking knowing that I'm in the state finals, but I try not to think about it, keep my head on.
And that concludes this episode of Education Today.
We'd personally like to thank Chris Garatino and Joshua Miklas for making this experience possible.
Thank you for watching. I'm Sarah Heffel.
And I'm Matt Bacalier. Have a good day, Armstrong County.